Frog Girl by Paul Owen Lewis. Behind a certain village lay a lake full of frogs. The chief's youngest daughter often went alone to listen to their songs, but today as she approached, she heard no singing. She heard human voices instead. "Quick, let's go, we have them all," said one. "Now we are great hunters too," boasted the other. Look at them, they're collecting all the frogs. When the two boys had left, she walked towards the lake, listening. At first all seemed very quiet. Then, close by, a small voice said, "Sister, I'm calling to you." "Who said that?" asked the girl, for she could see no one. "Here, I am here." The chief's daughter looked down to find a small frog in the tall grass. "Oh my, how is it you use human speech?" asked the girl. "I will show you. Follow me to the shore of the lake," said the frog. The girl did so, and suddenly it appeared as if a low door had opened before her, but actually it was the edge of the lake lifting up. She walked under the lake. At once she found herself in a large, deserted village. A young woman was standing at her side. "You see, we live as you do," she said. "But where are the people of your village?" asked the girl. "That is what my grandmother wishes to ask you. That is her house behind. Come, this blanket is for you. We shall see her now." The house was bigger and more beautiful than any she had ever seen. Inside, the floor rumbled, and it was very hot. At the back sat a small and very old woman. She spoke, saying, "Granddaughter, I am alone. My children have been taken, and I am no longer hearing their songs to comfort me." "Do you know where my children are?" asked the old woman. "No, grandmother, but I have seen two boys with nets and baskets at the lake," answered the chief's daughter. At this the old woman began to cry, "Oh, my children! Where have they taken my children?" The fire grew hotter, and the house began to shake. "Quick, sister," exclaimed the young woman. "You must return to your own village. I fear something terrible is about to happen there." It's a very loud bird. Do you hear it? They're warning something. Maybe they're warning each other. Ah, they're chasing away another bird. "But how?" asked the girl. "Close your eyes and think of the lake only. Do not think of this place." The girl did so, and there she was on the shore of the lake again, but no longer still and quiet as before. Black smoke filled the air, and thunder rolled in the distance. Alarmed, the chief's daughter ran through the forest back to her own village. There was no one there. The volcano was erupting, and the forest was on fire. Her village would soon be destroyed. Do you see the volcano? There's a lot of volcanoes here in Washington. The girl called into each house for anyone who might have stayed behind, but no one answered, until she got to the last house at the end of the row. But the voices weren't human. They were voices of frogs instead, coming from a box in the corner. "Oh, my relatives! Come, I'll take you to your grandmother," cried the chief's daughter. She ran through the forest with all the frogs. Eagerly, the frogs slipped beneath the surface of the lake. "Farewell, my sisters and brothers. I must now look for my own family," said the chief's daughter. Remember me to your grandmother." The girl returned to her village as the heavy rain began to fall. Many canoes were landing on the beach. Her people were returning now that the rain had put out the fires. "Father, mother, I am here," she shouted as she ran to meet them. "Daughter, where have you been? What happened here?" asked the chief. The girl told her story of the frog village, the old woman whose house shook with fire and smoke, and the capture of her children. "You see," she finished, "they're our sisters and brothers. We should treat them as so." But it was becoming difficult to hear her. The frogs were singing. The end.